Hello and welcome to the first ever G4 Podcast. I'm here with Charlotte.
Hello, everyone.
Should we tell people who we are and what we do?
Yes, let's. So I'm Charlotte and I'm the marketing assistant here at Green4. And
I'm David, I also work in marketing here at Green4. The point of today is we want to talk about an upcoming car Mazda have. It's the Mazda MX-30 R-EV. Now, it's been on the cards for a while and there has been delays with the manufacturing of it, but hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be seeing this car in our dealerships in October. What's the purpose of today, Charlotte?
the purpose of today is just to educate people around what an R-EV is, what the rotary technology is, and why Mazda have introduced this to the range.
Yeah, so it is at face value a slightly strange concept. What did you grasp of it when it was first released?
Well, Mazda have really emphasised that this is to extend the range of that initial, the MX-30, because that is something that's quite criticised, could you say, possibly about the
I think so, yeah.
electric vehicle. So this is really just to improve that and make it a more attractive offering, really.
So the electric car does 120 miles advertised range.
Yes. Yeah.
That's been a problem for consumers because we've advertised it as a second car, but in reality, people do tend to want to go that bit further.
Yeah.
Range anxiety and all of that. So the point in the R-EV is that it goes further, right?
Yes.
How does it do that?
Well, it's more of what you might consider as a plug-in hybrid because you have both the petrol and you have the electric. So it's the combination of both. But unlike your conventional plug-in hybrid, it has this rotary engine. So how does that rotary engine technology work?
So I do have some notes on this because it's, I want to get the numbers right. So the idea is the car has an electric battery, which has 53 miles of pure EV range, strictly off that battery. It then has a rotary engine, which we'll talk about the rotary engine in a minute. The rotary engine acts as a generator, which then charges the battery as you drive, which means you've got to put fuel in it. It's got a 50-litre fuel tank. Now, at no point does the car use the engine to drive the wheels. The engine acts as a generator just to charge that battery, which gives you a total range advertised of over 400 miles, which sounds fantastic. I'm really interested in a car which can do 400 miles and works in this way. People might not know what's Mazda's history with rotary. Can you tell me about that? So
Mazda had the revolutionary rotary engine, and what might be most famous for in the RX-8, the sports car that was discontinued back in the early 2000s. But they're bringing it back for this new model, and that is quite exciting. It's part of Mazda's history, so it's great that they're bringing that back.
Yeah, so I've got the actual stats here, and I can correct you. The RX-8 ended in 2012.
Right.
And Mazda mass-produced more than 2 million rotary engines, which I didn't know. This is all in the press release from Mazda UK regarding the car. So it's an interesting read if you're looking to buy an R-EV. Stats about the car then, we've skirted around it. It's got a 17.8 kilowatt hour battery. So that's the size of the battery.
Yeah.
And the rotary engine is an 830cc rotary engine. So that's under 1 litre. Just for comparison, what have we got on our other cars at the minute?
So the CX-60 has a 2.5 litre petrol engine, and then your CX-30 has a 2 litre petrol engine, and then you go down to the Mazda 2 and the Mazda 3. I think there's a 1.5 on a Mazda 2, and then the Mazda 3 is a 2
so
again.
2 litres, the average really across our range. So this is really a tiny engine. It's a 800 cc, 830cc. So it's really little, and if you were to drive the car off, it wouldn't produce much power, but it is just a generator. That's the idea. Now, when it comes to charging, I'm going to share some information with you straight from the press release. So it's compatible with both AC charging and rapid DC charging, meaning the three-phase AC charging takes around 50 minutes. The DC rapid charging can be completed in 25 minutes. So that's the maximum time. If you're on the motorway, you pull over and charge 25 minutes on a rapid DC charger.
That's very good. And I think as well, a lot of people's concerns with electric is I'm going on a long journey, I'm having to pull at the petrol station, I'm going to be waiting for hours. Whereas here, most people, if you're going on a long journey, you're stopping at the fuel station, you're going to go in and get a bite to eat, or you might get a coffee or something. By the time you've been in and done that, it'll be charged.
I think, average dwell time maybe in a service station would be 15, 20 minutes. Because by the time you get parked, you go in, get Greg's, get McDonald's, get something to eat. It's
pop to Starbucks.
It takes that long, doesn't it? Now, the Mazda has 3 modes. It's got normal, EV, and charge. And it outputs 170 PS. So we'll put that in our terms. I put that as 170 horsepower.
Yeah.
Not exactly correct, but as a rule of thumb, that's about what you can see from it. Do you know what the electric puts out?
No, not off the top of my head.
Please
share.
I've got an advantage here.
Yeah, you have.
So that does 145 PS.
Right.
So it is more powerful. You've driven the MX-30 BEV, haven't you?
Yes, I have.
How was it?
I love it. I think it's a really comfortable drive. It feels really smooth, and it's a genuinely enjoyable place to be on the road. But my only criticism is that range just wouldn't work for my life. So I think this range extender is for those people who have driven a BEV, love the car, but it just couldn't fit it into their lifestyle.
It's a middle ground, isn't it?
It is.
And it's a new concept. I know BMW have done something similar in the past, but other manufacturers at the minute aren't really looking at this solution. So I think Mazda are onto something here.
Yeah, definitely.
400 miles is all I could ever want. I don't really need more than that. Well, my car certainly doesn't go further than that on a tank of petrol. So that's also an advantage. Pricing wise, that could change by the time we release this conversation. Yeah. But I believe Mazda want the price to be, price parity with the BEV. So price doesn't impact your choice. You can choose the electric or the R-EV based on your lifestyle needs. So I believe Mazda are quite keen to allow consumers to have that choice.
That's good.
Which is good.
That is good.
I'm excited to drive it.
I am as well. It's going to be something different, but it's going to be a good different, I think, and something to look forward to indeed.
Yeah, so I think when it arrives, what we'll do, and with George as well, who's behind the camera, we will do a range test. I think, see how far it goes in the real world. Can we get 400 miles if we put fuel and electric into this?
Yeah.
And can we save money driving it? Because I guess my initial thought was, I'm going to have to put fuel and electricity in this car. But then I thought that's the same with a plug-in hybrid. And this could well be more efficient because it's the 830cc engine running off 50 litres of fuel. How long will that last you? I'm sure someone can do all these clever maths. I'm sure, that has been done on Mazda's side. But we'll figure out the real world figures.
Yeah. And real world driving as well. It's going through town, going through motorways. How does it compare to your standard plug-in hybrid or an electric vehicle?
Yeah, I'm excited. So we will do that as soon as we have one. At the moment, we're looking at, hopefully, fingers crossed, October. The way the world is at the moment with manufacturing shortages and all of that may be delayed, but we will keep everyone in the loop. Mm-hmm. So yeah, Charlotte, thanks for having this chat with me. We're trying to be objective. We're not trying to be biased in these conversations, are we? I know we work for G4 Motor Company. It's our job to promote these cars, but it's also our job to try and see how they can fit into our customers' lives.
Yeah,
realistically. Exactly. So yeah, thank you for joining us on the first G4 podcast ever. Hopefully we'll make more of these.
Yeah, hopefully. It's been good.
Good stuff. Thank you.
Thanks.
Did it record it or?
Yeah.